Having mentioned at the end of the previous clip, the preceding clip, that something really ignorant was probably going on somewhere, I discovered where that is. This minus sign wasn't originally here in my solution. And clearly there should have been a minus sign here because this particular term comes from this value of C2. And there's clearly a minus sign here. There isn't one here. And that led to an error here. It's certainly true. Everything I wrote here is true. Cosine of omega naught t plus the cosine of omega 1t does equal this. But the cosine of omega naught t minus the cosine of omega 1t can easily be seen to equal 2 times the sine of omega bar t times the sine of beta t, which leads to the solution as it appears in your textbook. So right here, this negative sign was the RIT, really ignorant thing that I did, and the expression then is replaced by this one. And I'll even admit there's still a negative sign error in here, but it's not going to substantially affect our interpretation of the solution. So I'll leave that to you to reconcile. I'll also mention that the text also had a sign, plus or minus sign error. They did write the cosine of theta 1 plus theta 2 without the necessary minus sign. So unfortunately I can no longer claim to have made a really ignorant error because I know the book wouldn't make a really ignorant error. It's simply an editing error, and it confirms what anthropologists have long suspected, that primitive cultures and primitive societies were actually pretty mathematically advanced because they had to have negative signs, because nothing but negative signs could lead a society to a belief in things like evil spirits and good fairies. I believe that modern civilization is in fact built on misuse of negative signs and errors in sign, the most common errors that occur in mathematics and engineering. In any case, correcting most of the sign errors, we see that our x of t function has the form that we have represented here, and we'll go on analyzing this form in the next clip.